Assalamualaikum students, how are you students? I hope you are fine. Now this is our physics class and lecture number 3 for class 9, and our topic is about friction. In previous lecture we will already discuss about friction. What is friction? Friction is a force which opposes the motion of any object. Okay, फ्रिक्शन हमारे पास में फ्रिक्शन क्या थी? ऑपोजिट फोर्स ऑफ मूविंग ऑब्जेक्ट. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट इट्स टाइप्स. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल डिस्कस रोलिंग फ्रिक्शन. रोलिंग फ्रिक्शन हमारे पास व्हेन वन ऑब्जेक्ट वन बॉडी roll over other body and other the friction between them called rolling friction. रोलिंग फ्रिक्शन की हमारे पास ये डिफाइन है व्हेन वन ऑब्जेक्ट रोल ओवर एन अदर ऑब्जेक्ट. फॉर एग्जांपल व्हील इज अ मेन इन्वेंशन ऑफ मैनकाइंड. व्हील क्या है? रोल कर रहा है ऑन ओवर ऑब्जेक्ट लाइक रोड पे व्हील क्या है? रोल कर रहा है. तो इन दोनों ऑब्जेक्ट्स के दरमियान जो फ्रिक्शन होगी वो हमारे पास क्या कहलाएगी? रोलिंग फ्रिक्शन कहलाएगी. ओके, अंडरस्टैंड? व्हेन वन ऑब्जेक्ट रोल ओवर एन अदर ऑब्जेक्ट दिस then friction between them is called rolling friction. Now we will discuss sliding friction. Same, when one object slider over another object called sliding friction. Like this ऑब्जेक्ट जो कि क्या कर रहा है? स्लाइड कर रहा है ओवर अदर ऑब्जेक्ट. तो इन दोनों के दरमियान जो फ्रिक्शन होगी वो हमारे पास क्या कहलाएगी? स्लाइडिंग फ्रिक्शन. Difference between rolling and sliding friction. Rolling friction roll over an other object and sliding friction slide over an other object. And rolling friction is less than sliding friction. For example, when we apply brakes on a moving bicycle, then wheel will be stopped, but it moves forward because rolling friction is less than. Rolling friction की वजह से क्या होगा? व्हील जो होगा वो स्टॉप कर जाएगा, बट ये टूवर्ड्स मूव कर रहा है ड्यू टू स्लाइडिंग फ्रिक्शन. ओके, rolling friction less than is sliding friction. And our example is one bicycle which move. When we apply brakes on moving bicycle, then its wheel will be stopped, but it slide towards due to rolling friction is less than sliding friction. Now we will discuss braking and skidding. but is braking and skidding. There are main 2 points. First point is motion of wheel along the road, and other point is motion of wheel about its axis. Now we will discuss these 2 points with an example. First point, motion of wheel along the road. When one vehicle move and we apply brakes. When one vehicle move and we apply brakes, then due to when one vehicle move and we apply brakes and slippery road, it will be stopped and it will be slipping. Now there are motion of wheel along the road. मोशन व्हील और रोड के दरमियान मोशन, इन दोनों के दरमियान फ्रिक्शन होने की वजह से क्या करेगा, ये स्लिप नहीं करेगा, नॉट स्लिपिंग. When vehicle move and we apply brakes, so then it will be slip, but due to enough friction between wheel and rod, it will not be slipping. And now we will discuss motion of wheel about its axis. It's called skidding. When high speed car move towards and we apply sudden brakes, then it will be skidding like this. When a high speed car move and we apply brakes, then it will be this type due to skidding. And skidding is very harmful motion of wheel about its axis. When move high speed car, then we apply brakes, wheel will lock up due to high brakes apply and car will be skidding. Therefore, we will not apply sudden brakes on high speed car, which is very harmful. Now we will discuss disadvantage and disadvantage of friction. First of all, we discuss advantage. First main point in our daily life advantage, when we write on paper, on board, then pen, board marker, there will be friction. If there will not be friction, then we will not write. Okay? So first our point is friction between pen and paper. Now second point, when we climb up on tree, on mountain, on high hills, then friction help us to climb up. So we cannot climb up tree without friction. Now third point is फ्रिक्शन एडवांटेज हमारे पास थर्ड है, ब्रेक्स वर्क brakes can work with friction, due to friction. And next fourth part, no machine work without friction. Our daily life we use many machines and each machine works with the help of friction. If friction will not, then machine will not work. So no machine, and fourth part is no machine work without friction. And five part friction enable us to walk on the ground. When we walk on ground on slippery surface, friction will help us to move. If friction will not, then we will not move on slippery ground. So friction is necessary on walk on slippery ground. Friction we walk on slippery ground with the help of friction. Similarly, if one thing is advantage, then it have many disadvantages. Now we will discuss disadvantage of friction. First of all, friction. Due to friction, we use more energy to heat and sound. We use more energy as heat and sound due to friction. Now second, noise is produced when friction, like noise is produced. And third one is fuse. फ्रिक्शन की वजह से फ्यूज भी ज्यादा इस्तेमाल होंगे और रेस्ट ऑफ फ्यूज होगा. नॉइस इज प्रोड्यूस व्हेन वी, जब हम कोई मशीन वगैरह चलाते हैं तो उसकी वजह से क्या होता है, बहुत ज्यादा शोर होता है, तो वो भी क्या है, फ्रिक्शन की वजह से ही है. एंड फोर्थ वन इज फ्रिक्शन also causes wear and tear of moving part of machines. So each thing which have advantage, then there must be disadvantage. Friction have many advantages and disadvantages. First one is we cannot write without friction, and on the other hand we write due to friction between pen and paper. Next, We cannot climb a tree without friction. Brakes can work due to friction. No motion work without friction. We walk on slippery ground with the help of friction. These are advantages, and here we use more energy as heat and sound due to friction. This is disadvantage. Noise is produced, waste of fuel. Friction also causes wear and tear of moving part of machines. These are disadvantages of friction. Now we will discuss method of reducing friction. There are many methods of reducing friction. First of all, making the sliding surface. Sliding surface which is like this type. Now so we reduce the friction, we can make this surface smooth. Okay, so first part is making the sliding surface smooth. And other part, make the straight line shape. Okay, making the fast moving object in streamline shape. Streamline shape means like fish type, like this one. Okay, as car and aeroplane, etc. Due to streamline shape, friction will be reduced. When air resistance, then streamline shape will reduce to friction, and it helps to move in fast, in high speed. Due to streamline shape, we will reduce friction in fast moving objects like car, aeroplane, etc. Now fourth part is lubricating the sliding surface. What does mean lubricating? Lubricate means grease up, oil up. Okay, when sliding surface will be lubricated, then it will be smooth, and this way we will reduce friction. So lubricating the sliding surface. Now fifth part is using ball bearing object. Ball bearing object means like this type. If we use this type of object, then this is due to this friction will be reduced. This is ball bearing object. If we use ball bearing object, ball bearing or rolling object. We already discussed rolling friction is less than sliding friction. If we use rolling object, then friction will also reduce. So we use ball bearing and rolling object. These are method of reducing object. First of all, sliding surface will be smooth. If sliding surface is smooth, then friction will not reduce. Then friction will be reduced. And making the fast moving object in streamline. Streamline means fish type, like this one. फिश शेप में अगर हमारे पास फास्ट मूविंग ऑब्जेक्ट होंगे तो वो फ्रिक्शन को क्या करेंगे, कम करेंगे. ओके, नेक्स्ट लुब्रिकेटिंग द स्लाइडिंग सरफेस. स्लाइडिंग सरफेस को जितना हम लुब्रिकेट करेंगे, चिकना करेंगे, उतनी ही फ्रिक्शन कम होगी. फ्रिक्शन विल बी रिड्यूस्ड. एंड वी यूज बॉल बेयरिंग और या रोलिंग ऑब्जेक्ट. due to rolling friction, less friction will be reduced. Now we will discuss topic uniform circular motion. Uniform circular motion means any object move in circular path. This motion is called circular motion. Okay. Now we will define the object move in circular motion is called circular motion. The moving object move in circular motion. This is called circular motion. The moving object which moves in circular path. The moving object which moves in circular path like this. If we toy train is the best example of circular motion. Toy train which move in circular path. This is an example of circular motion. Now we will discuss centripetal force. Which is centripetal force? Centripetal force means which force help the object in circular path. Which force help the object in move in circular path. Centripetal force act in center of a circle which like this, and due to inertia each and every body move in straight line. Okay, if an object move in circular path due to inertia it will be in straight line, but there exists centripetal force which move in circular path. Okay, understand? Due to inertia each and everything move in straight line. Okay, so there exists in a centripetal force which move in, which apply on an object, and they will be called to centripetal force. So we can define it. Centripetal force is a force that keep a moving body in a circle. Centripetal force is a force which keep the moving object in circle. Okay, understand? So now if centripetal force applies a moving object in circular path, then it will be in moving circular motion. This force is called centripetal force. Now our first part, firstly we discuss a string. एक हमने स्ट्रिंग लिया है जिसको हमें क्या करना है, सर्कुलर पाथ में मूव करवाना है. ओके, नाउ अ स्ट्रिंग विच मूव इन सर्कुलर path, then there exists an enough centripetal force. Okay, if string will not be strong, if string will not be strong, then string like this. When string have move toward and move tension on a circle. So first part we discuss the tension in a string provide the necessary centripetal force. It keeps the strong moving in circle. If the string is not strong enough to provide the necessary tension, it breaks and the stone move away along a tangent to the circle. Okay? जब string हमारे पास इतनी ज़्यादा strong नहीं होगी, then it will be break and it will move towards. Now, if we will discuss second part, which is the moon revolves around the. When moon revolves, then there exists centripetal force. Let M be the mass of a body or the object. Of a body or object, then they will be move in a speed, velocity, then their velocity or speed will be v. Then there exists an acceleration, which is ac. Acceleration, we denote acceleration with ac. Now we produce FC. FC centripetal force. AC is equal to V square over R. V velocity or speed and R denote radius of the circle. Okay. Then FC is equal to M AC. Mass and acceleration, mass over V square over C R. M into V square over R. So centripetal force will directly proportional to mass and velocity and inversely proportional to radius. So we prove that Fc, which is equal to mv square over R, which is directly proportional to mass and v square and inversely proportional to R. Now we will discuss centrifugal force, which is opposite to the centripetal force. We will discuss previous centripetal force, which force keep and moving object in circular path is called centripetal force. But centripetal force is inversely opposite to the centripetal force. Centripetal force with towards center, but centrifugal force with towards. If centrifugal force are not exist, then what will be occur? So, if centrifugal force will not exist, then we cannot move any object in circular path. Due to centrifugal force and centripetal force, both force occur, then we can move any object in circular path. If centrifugal force not exist, then centripetal force towards center and then object will not move in circular path. So centrifugal force is necessary, and if according to Newton's third law of motion there exists a reaction to this centripetal force, centripetal reaction that pulls the string outward some time, this is called centrifugal force. ऐसी फोर्स जो कि ऑब्जेक्ट को आउटवर्ड डायरेक्शन में मूव करवाती है वो फोर्स हमारे पास सेंट्रीफ्यूगल फोर्स कहलाती है। So now we discuss banking of the rod. Banking of the rod which work on the principle of centripetal force. Okay, banking of the rod which work on the principle of centripetal force. Rod, when we turn our vehicles, there exists centripetal force which turn our vehicles, and banking of rod, its upper corner, its outer corner upward. Due to this accident not causes. Okay, if not banking of rod, then due to high centripetal force vehicle will be down and accident will be occur. So due to banking of the rod and outer corner will be upward direction, so there will not occur accident. Now washing machine of dryer. Now we discuss washing machine of dryer. Washing machine of dryer is called spinner. This is inner part of spinner. There are many holes. When we put wet cloth and we carry this, then due to centrifugal force water move outward and our cloth will be dry, or due to lack of centripetal force water will move outward direction. So our spinner work on centripetal on a lack of centripetal force. There are main point which is lack of centripetal force, or high centrifugal force. Now we will discuss cream spinner. Cream separator. Cream separator same like work this. When an object when we work on cream separator, there will be difference. When we on separator, then milk and fat will be differ to each other. They are separate to each other due to high speed and lack of centrifugal force. Okay, and its density will be less and it move toward, or when we apply more high speed, then fat move upward direction and other part will move downward direction, and due to this our fat and milk will be separate. Okay, these are work on centripetal force and centrifugal force. Okay, these are our today topics, and I sure you totally understand about this. Any question about this, then we will discuss to us, and we will see you to next lecture. Stay home, stay live. Okay, Allah Hafiz students.